that describes those matrices and the chip driver that comes with them. And you can see they're only $286 a kit, although I don't know if I really want red for my finished product. And I'm going to have to do something about that surface mount situation there too. But if anybody knows about using this chip, or places where I can find, you know, links to good information on doing this type of kit, I'd be gracious to know. I want to do 2 or 3 of these together, and I want them in a scrolling, probably 2 lines of text. This is for a preamp project that's been a project of mine that's been on the back burner for decades, literally, although it's changed quite a bit in scope. So I may have one line on top saying output 1, and then list the input that it's attached to, output 2, and then the input that it's attached to. And then the second line would be maybe volume or something like that, you know. So I'm going to have information scrolling by on the display. The preamp itself is going to be a black box. It's not going to have a display on the preamp. So this display is going to be remote to the preamp, someplace where it's going to be visible. The whole idea is the preamp, you know, is going to be with the stereo gear and not really necessarily visible. And then I'm going to use that 4-channel RF remote probably as a control device. That or some other RF remote. You know, maybe I can use one button just to switch modes, cycle through the modes, and then another 2 buttons for up and down. For example, put it in mode for volume and then up and down for volume. And then maybe the 4th button will be a macro button, where it'll, you know, attach to some pre-assigned macro setup when I hit that button. But I don't know, I'm still playing with ideas in that preamp project. That's been a forever project. But back to this board, I really want to set up a scrolling matrix. And I want to do it without spending, you know, $100. You can buy these built for $100 or better. And for the big scrolling ones that you can buy, advertising and stuff like that. You might spend $200 or $300 on some of the bigger ones. But I don't need anything that big. I need something, you know, maybe this size would probably be big enough. Something I can see across the room, though. And this says it can be extended without limitation. And again, a lot of this broken English is kind of hard to interpret. And it gives ratings. And there's some information here. I don't know if I downloaded the information for this one yet. I downloaded for some other project and it wasn't too helpful. But here it shows how they can be tiled together. So basically I want to learn more about this board. I see there's some reviews here too. I'll have to read those. That could be helpful for finding links. And places I can get. Yeah, I see there's some links in here, so that's going to help. But if anybody has some interesting links on doing this type of project, I'd be interested in knowing what they are. Well, they got more in here than I thought they did. Well, they got a video view from a customer. It's going to be in Oriental, it looks like, though. Well, who knows? I'll have to see. Wow, this guy's got a bunch. He's got like 6 of them together here. No, more like 8 of them, or 9, or 10 of them. Wow. 12 of them. Anyways, an interesting module. I'd like to learn more about using it. And I haven't really gotten too deep into it yet. But I'm looking for an easy to do scrolling sign of some sort. You know, LED matrix scrolling sign. I don't really want to use LCDs. They're so damn hard to read. I want something I can see across the room. Although a large LCD, with a backlight, is not an impossibility, or even an OLED or a TIFF display type thing might even be a possibility, since prices are down on those too. But I'm really looking for something like this. That's my primary focus. So ideas are welcome. Music in the background is Crazy Lucy.